Yo, what's going on? All right, so today I'm gonna be doing the debrief slash result, special thanks, all that stuff for the Fighting Spirit 5 tournament. Should probably also pull up the bracket as well. So give me 1 sec. I want to get what the total number of entrants was. Hang on. Can't really do the tournament or the stream without that info, so I have that. I just need the actual bracket. So it was Fighting Spirit 5. There were 2 events. It was Hyper Fighting and Super Street Fighter 2X. So we'll talk about both. We'll drop random lore, and yeah, it'll pretty much be that. So let's get the show on the road. Yo, what up, Mike? Yeah, we were. I don't know how, but we're gonna make it happen. So here, let's start with the agenda. So the first night we got there on Friday, Yogaboy took it upon himself to say, "Hey, with all the players here, we should do an East-West." And
versus play rough.
So this is the East-West. And it looks like we have Meryl plays rough versus Christine. So Meryl plays rough 2P. We'll kind of just like somewhat commentate this, but also talk about what was happening. Let me know if the audio sounds good and whatnot. East-West, I think we got about 22 players or something, give or take. Hang on, let me add this up. Yeah, 22. I think it was 11 versus 11. It was kind of quiet. I mean, people were like chilling and watching this, but at some point I tried to amp it up. I tried to get hype. I was just yelling. I was making noise for no reason because I just wanted to amp people up. But yeah, this is Meryl plays rough, Chun-Li, and then Christine Estaga. Whoa, is that a combo? It was. Shout out to Meryl plays random. Apparently that's the lore. But yeah, so this East-West, Yogaboy just took like, yeah, I don't know what kind of paper this is. I think it's like receipt paper. So he must ask the bartender, like, yo, let me get some paper. And he took a pen, he just started signing people up. Nate Noun, he was the 2P captain. And then 1P captain was obviously Mike Beltran. So, yes, Fighting Spirit 5 was a Mike Beltran event, and you know, I guess you could say it was a 2-day event if you count this piece. So in the East-West format, winner stays on.
Is it better to stop and start again, or to continue and then you cut it?
Now Yogaboy's talking to me. He's like, "Yo, is it better if I start and stop?" I was like, "No, just make it one long video. It's fine." And so he could also get the crowd shots and whatnot. Ultra Combo was not here yet. He kind of popped in the middle of it, so I signed him up in advance because I was like, "Yo, I know you're gonna be here. So yeah, pull up." But yeah, free play arcade. So, you know, all the arcades are on free play. This was the Dallas location. So in the 3 days I was in Texas, went to 3 different free play events. Shout out to free play. They're going to be opening up their 6th location soon. Kind of nuts if you think about it. But oh, there goes Ultra Combo right there. I think I just saw the sleeve of his jacket. But yeah, free play expanding 6th location. This one here felt like a flagship. Like it was much bigger. Like the ceiling goes really high. I don't know how to describe it, but just kind of the area that it's in. Yeah, there goes me just trying to amp things up. Don't let me be the loudest one. You know, I don't like being loud, but just trying to get people amped up. So let's see here. So yeah, I'm just yelling like a madman at this point. Oh, nice anti-air, actually. Yeah, Yogaboy was gonna record vertical. I'm like, nah, bruh. You gotta do it horizontal. So that's the thing. If you guys ever go to a spot and there's off-stream matches and you want to record it like this for me to restream, let me know. Today's restream is gonna be a little bit different because I'm mostly gonna like talk about.
My turn. I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
You know, mostly just talk about the event. So yeah, Yogaboy has to play now.
We're rocking with. We got a gang out here.
So, you know, I had to hold it down for Yogaboy, who's having some very special conversations with some very special people.
Oh, you went for the. I see you though. You went for the Nakamura.
Yogaboy's improved in the game.
Nice guard.
Gotta, you know, tighten up some of the. That's good though. Only one hit.
Super. Nice wake up ball. Good back hop, but.
Yeah, back up was nice, just to escape the chip.
I'm moving around a lot. My bad.
Yeah, you want to try not to move because the refresh rates on the monitors, you'll get those black lines. So, ideally, if you guys are gonna hand record stuff like this, you gotta use a tripod. But yeah, I thought this was a fun like day one event, and you know, Yogaboy had the idea, so I was like, all right, let's make it happen. You know, big ups to Mike and Nate, who spent like a good 30 minutes with their teams. I'm like, it's not that serious, yo. We're just playing, but they took it pretty serious. Yo, Slick Rick, appreciate that.
That's that. It's alright.
I just remember they sent someone up pretty early. I don't know why.
That wouldn't be clever.
To avoid the commercials, yeah. All right, so let me just talk about day one a bit more. My flight was like an hour delayed. It wasn't a big deal. Mostly everyone was already in town at this point. The tournament, we got around maybe 34 entrants for hyper fighting and like 45 entrants for 2x, which is kind of insane if you think about it. And we ran both of those in one day, and I guess we could just start talking about hyper fighting. So that was at the Arlington location. Shout out to Wusa, of course, for organizing it. The finals for that's going to be in December. So what we did is this the Southern qualifier. So the winner of that would move into. They get flown out to Los Angeles December 8th for the finals. I think we were trying to figure out who's next. I don't know what happened here. Actually, I don't remember why we waited so long. Yeah, you can see everyone's just kind of chilling out. So yeah, with hyper fighting, it was pretty stacked. Lots of people from like other areas of Texas, not just DFW, you know, pulled up. So for a qualifier to have 30 plus entrants, that's a pretty big HF tournament, I think, especially with the level of players that we had. There were 2 setups, and it was FT2 until top 3 because we had too many players and we didn't expect that many entrants. So Mike was, you know, scrambling to get all the, you know, the registrations, and then seeding the bracket was you know, it was a bit tough because when everyone's that good at HF, how do you, you know, really seed it? I thought the seeding was pretty fair, and oh, here's Carlitos. I thought the seeding was pretty fair, and yeah, like I said, we got 34 entrants. with Ultra Combo taking first place. So big ups to Ultra Combo. He fought Jumpsuit Jesse. Jumpsuit Jesse actually made the winners finals. He was on the winner's side of grand finals. Jumpsuit Jesse came through with some crazy, just OG tech. He was playing super OG style, and eventually Ultra Combo got out from losers, and then Sprite Mix got third place. So Sagat. Oh, I gotta mention that. So on the VOD, when you guys check it out, you'll see Jumpsuit Jesse did some commentary with us. He also dropped some cool random lore. But to get into winners finals, he actually used Zangief in a mirror match against Mega Man, and he won it. I mean, there were a lot of Zangief mirror matches for some reason. Gotta give a shout out to Wusa for commentary. Wusa held it down on the mics when I had to step away for other stuff, and I thought he did a good job. Like, one thing that I wanted to be intentional about was getting local Texas peeps for commentary. All right, let me commentate this round. I'll continue the stream setup story because that was hilarious. So you guys might be wondering, hey, why did the tournament start late? I'll drop the lore on the production side of things. Right now, round 3. Carlito's, pretty good about charging tap. Got the super thrill of Kokokin, but you can't safe jump there. Neckbreaker, nice guard. Good guard on the low as well. After the stand light kick, I would have stood up. I would have gotten hit by the low, so that was a good pick. But yeah, everyone else in the chat, y'all rested up after the tournament? Pick throw. You guys rested up? I just took a nap for like an hour. Yo, what up, Kid Styles? Yeah, you got 4th place, right? It was pretty close. So yeah, this is I think this is the outsider on the other side. Yeah, outsiders. I think outsiders the one doing a streak. This is the mailman. Yeah, HF, you never know what to expect because everyone's got pocket characters for like certain matchups. I think overall what we saw a lot of was Zangief, Shotos, and Sagat. No bips. We did see a Claw. We saw, I think it was Jumpsuit play Claw like one game. What else did we see? We didn't see any Bison. Boxer? Surprised about that. Surprised we didn't see any of that. But, I think different regions just kind of specialize different, specific characters. So here, a lot of grappling and Shotos. I distinctly remember Chun-Li's matches. Because Chun-Li was using Ryu, and then all of a sudden, like, Zangief. I was like, what? But anyway, alright, Chun mirror match here. It's kind of hard to do commentary while staying on track with what I was talking about. This wasn't a good idea for the debrief, the way that I'm doing it, but gotta knock down 2 birds, 1 stone, so... Yeah, what happened? Oh, that's footsies? That's crazy. Oh no, got the accidental spinning bird kick. Outsider about to take it. Got it. So I have the paper with the player names, but I don't know if they went in that order necessarily. No, I guess they did. So the next one is going to be the Red Comet. I think. If they follow the order. So, alright, so hyper fighting. Let me talk about the stream setup. So we get there on, so we're here, actually, at the venue right here in Dallas. I'm like, yo, we got graphics, right? I'm like, yo, Mike, we got graphics, right? Because I didn't get anything done. He's like, yeah, kind of, let me email it to you. And it just says, like, string series all over it. I'm like, oh, shoot. I gotta hit up Azroy. So I called Azroy. I actually might have been on the phone with Azroy while this was happening. That's when I learned it. And I was like, yo, man, we need graphics for tomorrow. He's like, what? I'm like chilling right now. I'm watching a movie. Nah, man, I need your help. I'm gonna forward you some emails and like I'm gonna send you some pictures. Let me know when you get it. So he called me back. It's like, I got it, but what do you want me to do? That's not normally how I ask Azroid, like, yo, let's work on some design stuff, right? So I was like, you gotta, put the fighting spirit name. Oh, nice autocorrect right there. You gotta, fighting spirit. This is the qualifier. Bada bing, bada boom. And he's just like, yeah, I'll do it to the best of my ability. Give me 30 minutes. And then he sends me a message on Discord. Yo, this is what I got. So whatever stream graphics you saw for the tournament, that was all done in like 30 minutes. With the clutch. Oh, man. All right, so that was the first streaming blow up. But, that was 30 minutes. That's all it took. So anyway. Alright, so we get to the venue, right? So now it's officially, tournament time. And I'm like, yo, Mike, how soon can we go? He's like, well, they open at 11. I think we got there at like 1. And tournaments will start at 4. So, yeah, we got plenty of time. But we were doing sign-ups on the spot. And, oh, this is you. Right? Anyway, yeah, so we're doing the sign-ups, and then the Star GG bracket. So we use Star GG instead of Challenge, and we had to do the seeding. And like the way to enter someone into an event, it's a task. So Mike had to do like some real tedious work at the 25th hour, which was fine. It's all good. But I get to this computer, and I'm like, wait, like, nothing's set up on OBS. And so their scoreboard, when you click it, it's integrated with XSplit. I'm like, I don't know how to use XSplit. So I called Azroid. I'm like, yo, you good with XSplit? He's like, I used it for Capcom Cup before, but what do you need? I'm like, forget it. Like, I'll just figure it out, because you're not gonna, he's not gonna run me through something on the phone like that. I'm not gonna take away more of his time, So, I figured out the scoreboard piece, but that, it just, I like the little Tatsu shenanigans. Oh, I want to see what Outsider does here. Alright, just gets to throw. So yeah, so I'm like, I'm not familiar with this thing. And then it just kept crashing. XSplit would crash. Anytime I try to change a video source to try to get the game feed, it crashed. So I'm like, alright, let me go to the task manager and figure out what's going on. I should have just yelled at Vodka, like, Vodka, you should have pulled up. This is your fault. But nah, it wasn't Vodka's fault. He couldn't make it, right? So anyway, so this PC is just like, it's not working. XSplit keeps crashing. I can't get game feed. So I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm going to restart the computer. I get a blue screen. That blue screen was up like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. People are like, alright, this is the Chu Blanca. And people are like, yo, when's the bracket going to start? I'm like, right now we're seeding the bracket, but I can't even get a computer to work. So Yogaboy is like, yo, man, I just Googled it. Like, if you restart the computer and hold the F key and, you're just giving me some macros. I'm like, I don't know, man. Let's wait another couple of minutes. Finally, the screen said progress, 0%. So it's like, oh, I guess it is truly updating. Like, the screen changed and it said 0%. Damn, Outsider kind of smoking fools right now. So anyway, alright, so now the computer's actually rebooting. It took a while. We get to 100%. It reboots. So now I'm like, alright, let's load up XSplit. It starts working, to the extent of the knowledge that I have. Which was literally just learning it on the spot. I'm like, yo, Mike, let me get your cameras, set up the cameras. You'll notice that I think it was the 1P camera, had this, like, autofocus. So, couldn't get rid of that. It was just, like, built into the camera. Yeah, I'm Outsider. I think next is Bubbly Rips. Wait, that's not. Oh, it's not Bubbly Rips. Did we go out of order? Unless Bubbly Rips goes by a different name. I thought this was Sunny. Yeah, Sunny DFW. So, alright, back to the story. So the PC starts. I'm starting to set things up. I load in the graphics. I'm like, alright, things are coming together. I'm like, how the hell do we get video? So Mike is like, yeah, we're going to go into the machine, you know, turn on the split fire, whatever. Alright, so now we get video. That's easy, right? This is the hard part. The part that took real long. And if you watch the VOD, you'll know. The part that took forever is figuring out audio. So that mixer had like, you know, 1,000 knobs on it. There were a couple headsets. The headsets were labeled, so it was easy. So like, you know, what's what. But I'm like, I have no idea how the volume mixer works in XSplit. And I have no idea how this mixer works. So we didn't have like the production person normally from FreePlay on site. So I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So I went through the tedious process of just adjusting each knob one by one and like asking people at the venue if they're familiar with XSplit, and you know, they made suggestions, but ultimately we weren't getting anywhere. So I was like, this is gonna be a trial by fire type deal. So I loaded up the stream on my, oh yeah, the other part. So the stream, it was pinging a server in Osaka, and it streamed at 720 instead of 1080. I'm like, you know what? I don't got time to figure that out. As long as there's no drop frames, let's just stream it. So that's why the stream was 720. Yo, Sunny short use were good. I like the way that Sunny played 2X. But I think I remember there's like a DP here instead of a fireball or something. I missed a DP. Yeah, Sunny was legit. Shout out to Sunny. Here we go. Some S-Chem. Yeah, so we're pinging a server in Osaka. I'm like, whatever. I just need to connect. You know, I just need to get online. So we get online, and now I'm asking the stream chat, hey guys, can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Eventually we got game audio. So I was like, alright, that was a priority. Get the game audio. So now, even if we don't have in-game commentary, at least we have game audio. Now I'm going through every knob and every setting in XSplit until I could get a mic. And eventually we got mic, and they're like, oh, the mic's low. It was picking up off a webcam. So one of the webcams was a mic. I'm like, well, that's wrong. So now I need to like disable everything else, which also disabled the in-game. So it was just a hot mess. And I gave Wusa my phone, like, yo, I got the stream up. Let me know when you can hear anything. Just like anything. He's like, I think the game audio just went up. I think the game audio just went down. So I'm like, all right, now we figured out game audio. We got to figure out the mic situation. And Mike hit up Arthur. Was like, I think you got to add another audio source. I don't remember what I did, but I just know that it worked. And then I figured out which knobs adjust the audio and the gain and whatever on the mixer. And now we're in business. We got a stream going, but the tournament started like an hour and a half late. So I felt bad for the players mostly. It was probably like on a 7-win streak. Nah, Mike B's up. Mike B's up now. You gotta do it. The mayor's like, it's my turn now. Repping the AJ1s. I had a pair on me as well. Yeah, so we finally get the stream up and going. Once the tournament started, it was smooth sailing. I don't think there were any hiccups once the tournament started. If anyone experienced anything else, let me know. But I think the HF tournament went pretty darn smooth. There was a situation, I think, where a button went out or like a joystick got funky, but apart from that, that tournament was smooth. I wouldn't say there were any upsets in the bracket. Maybe some surprises. Like, Sprite Mix did really well, so I was happy for him. He kind of pulled up last minute. Didn't know he was coming. And, yeah, same with Jumpsuit. We weren't sure if he was coming, and he showed up. I think Ultra Combo winning wasn't what I had expected. You know, not throwing shade at him. I just thought with like more of the HF, like actual HF players, you're gonna make it happen. But maybe Ultra Combo's been in the lab, and you know, overall, I think everyone played well. Yito and Hokuto didn't enter HF. I was a little bit surprised at that. But I don't know. Maybe they're busy in December and couldn't make it. So I don't know why. Yeah, why didn't you guys show up? Hokuto. Why didn't you sign up for HF? Anyway, but yeah, I'll share the pots with you after. There was money for HF, and yeah, again, Wusa, I gotta say, yeah, it is, yeah, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2. It can be pretty confusing. Yeah, I did want to say that, yeah, porque no entres, yeah, anyhow. So Mike B looking to take it here. Gets hit with the rock bottom, though. And now we got the golf claps out. People are popping off. You see everyone chilling out here. Got D Owls, True Mav. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that once a bracket went live, you weren't in there. But because the bracket was so behind, like, we didn't get to start on time, I was like, you know what? I asked Mike, how many people would you expect? He's like, I don't know, like 16. And even Wuso's just like, I didn't expect us to get 34 people. Mind you, like half the players were like dedicated HF players. Although we had some overlap between HF and 2X. And Outsider just beat everybody. Alright, it's all up to Muck now. I said we got a Hulk. Oh, it's so hilarious when Ultra Combo plays. I always get excited. This is fun watching him play. Anyway, yeah. So Ultra Combo ends up winning Hyper Fighting. That was that. Now, once we got to 2X, this is where stuff got crazy. All right. Yeah, what up, Mav? This 2X is where it got crazy, alright? So first of all, the board gets switched out. There's no audio for the players, right? In the middle of Hyper Fighting, Mike is setting up the 2X bracket. I was like, yo, I gotta step away to eat, because I know I'm not gonna get to eat later. It was an 11-hour stream, so I already knew, like, yeah, I'm gonna need to take a break now. I'm not gonna get time later. Yeah, so we get to 2X. There's no audio. We also had to make the executive decision of making the tournament FT2 until top 16 and then make it FT3 because we were on a time crunch. I'm just yelling. I'm just being a clown. But yeah, Outsider had like a good 8 wins or something. And now we got D Owl stepping up. I want to say for the weekend, I think Ultra Combo just didn't get to play his best potential against Dawson. I mean, this was the character that knocked him out. Ito knocked him out, both winners and losers of the 2X tournament. So, we have no audio. We're running out of time, but we do have 3 setups, right? Just one of them can't be used because there's no audio, which is the main stream. So everyone on the stream, in the stream chat's like, what's going on? Also, the video capture was terrible. And I'm over there trying to mess with the filters, and I'm like, is it a filters thing? And I realized because there's an audio and video issue, something with the capture. I'm like, alright, let's mess with the knobs on the capture, right? The door, the key, like, broke the lock. We can't open the door. What do you mean you can't open the arcade door? So we couldn't get into the damn machine. And so, if you look at the camera during the tournament, you'll see Sean, one of the dudes from Free Play, and I'm like, yo, can we get a can of WD-40? Like, the key didn't break, it just like jammed the lock. So I'm like, all right, let me get some WD-40, try to mess around with it, doesn't work. And eventually Sean Sean is like, he puts his hand into the machine, he's like feeling the lock, And he's like, if only Addison. Wait. Oh, there's a lot of zero dot this weekend as well. Oh man, that Yoga Sniper is nuts. Dang. All right. So Sean, you know, Sean Crane. So Sean puts his hand in the machine. He's like, if only I could understand what the lock looks like, I might be able to figure it out. I'm like, who the hell are you, Michael Schofield? Like, so it was funny. We had a good laugh about that. It's a Prison Break reference for those who don't know. All right, so there you go. So 2P team wins. And now we're going to do an exhibition with the remaining players. So DL stays on and fights the... basically, his winner stays on at this point, and then the rest of 2P plays.
Exhibition.
So Mega Man jumps on. All right, so then on the other... So then we open the door on the other side to see if we can get into the machine and... You know, finagle it, understand what the lock looks like. It's not, especially we couldn't do anything. Tournament was doomed. Then I'm like, just start the tournament. The tournament already started while we were in HF. This is where I got to give a shout out to Nick G. So Nick pulls up. I don't even think he was there for hyper fighting. He just pulls up. What do you need me to do, sir? like reporting for duty. Like what the? Where'd you come from? So anyway, he comes through. And he's running the round 1 matches off stream because we don't have. I mean, we have a stream. We just don't have a stream setup. Meanwhile, Sean and Mike are trying to figure out how to see how Mega Man takes this. God, that's enough, right? No, it's not enough. How's he win the round? Oh yeah, chip out. So Mike and Sean, they're trying to do like an external speaker, and. You know, it also wasn't working. Either way, like, the video was just terrible. Like, if you guys saw it, it was washed out, super high contrast. I don't know why he did a back throw there. That was weird. I don't know why he did a back throw. Yo, Mega Man likes empty jump, run, and bear grab. Misses the punish there. Got him. That was nice. That might be it. No. Yeah, he's fiending for that. So you want to know how we got the door open? Y'all want to know how we got the door open? Because the audio thing wasn't working, right? I almost gave up on the video. I'm like, let's just get audio for the players. Otherwise, you know, we're just going to have to record it with our phones or something. So a long-haired, bearded fellow comes through by the name of Anubis Machete. I got this. I'm like, what? He opened it in like 5 seconds. I don't know what he did, and I didn't ask him, and I didn't want to. At that point, I didn't even want to know. He just got the door open somehow. we still don't know how he did it. They're gonna have to save that one for the lore. One day I gotta ask him, yo, how the hell did you? I don't know how he did it, but he did it without breaking anything. He got the door open, and so we have the stream on the projector. And he's looking at the projector. He's like, I got this. I'm going to fix everything. So he got the sound, and he fixed the color. And then that was that. We were set. We were good. We were good to go. So Anubis Machete essentially saved the bracket. He saved the stream. This is the Darth Jose, Ken. I don't even know if he was real. I have no idea what happened. I just turned around for 1 second. I come back, and I'm like... What do you mean you got the door open? I didn't want to ask how. I didn't want to say how, and suddenly it's like, oh no, the door, like, it's broken now. I just accepted it for what it was. I asked no questions, and I was like, all right, let's get the show on the road. So 2X started. So now we have like a 45-player bracket to do in about 3 hours. That's a nice punish on the whiff sweep there. Up next, we're going to get Synergy. So that's crazy. So wherever you are, Anubis, shout out to you for holding down the, you know, getting the bracket up and going, because that was, yeah, that was nuts. So that's the lore there. Michael Schofield, and then MacGyver. Yeah, Nick G was, as always, working with Nick G, Texas Showdown. He's one of the best bracket runners you can. Nah, he's a top tier bracket runner. I'm just gonna put it that way because not only did he run the bracket at Showdown, he was calling all the matches here, very clear with communication. But at Showdown, he was also our cameraman, and he was doing the stream. Basically, Vodka and I were able to chill and do extra stuff like photography and interviews and the instant replay stuff. Like, we were able to do more because Nick was there to run the bracket. So, again, we had to make the executive decision of FT2, and then we were considering, should we do top 8 FT3 or top 16? And Mike's like, nah, we got to do top 16. Nick's like, nah, we got this. FT16 top 3, doable. No problem. We finished the tournament at 1:56 a.m., 4 minutes before closing. So if you want to talk about efficiency, those guys, they held it down. All right, I think up next is Petty James. Petty James Blanca. But I don't want to, I don't want to get it twisted. All right, a lot of people definitely supported with making sure that things were happening. Obviously, Mike is the mayor, president. Like, he was everywhere. He was running around. He was calling matches, brackets. Like, he was doing everything. He hopped on the commentary as well. Nick, Yogaboy, obviously, just getting this whole East-West captured. Like, he wanted to make sure. Like, Yogaboy and I talked about lore. Nate was there as well. I'm just like, bro, there's like so much to do. And I hate asking for help sometimes, like, it's hard for me to do it. Yogaboy's like, let me take care of some stuff. What do you need me to do? He's like, we should do it East-West. I was like, all right, well, who's going to record it? So I kind of just like hinted at Yogaboy, just try to do everything, like stand still for 45 minutes, pointing your camera at a screen, and he did it. But it was worth it, obviously. It's like, the point I'm trying to make is all of us can do something for, preservation. This is True Mav Balrog. So yeah, man, like, I was excited. I'm like, yeah, people are excited about, wanting to do this East-West and taking receipt paper and writing names down on it, and 22 people showed enough interest to make this thing happen. Damn, that air-to-air and then the neutral jump. Yeah, Yogaboy, we had a lot of players from all different regions. Yogaboy, obviously. Enforcer pulled up. Enforcer's doing a tournament soon. I wish I had the details on it. I know it's somewhere in one of my DMs, but Enforcer's running a tournament, 2x tournament offline that Mike is going to be supporting with the 55. So if you guys want to, come through for that. I'm also looking forward to doing like a big 2x tournament next year with lots of head-to-head cabs and, special format, like, yeah, Yogaboy, that's the thing. Anything you do, you gotta, this is Hester. Anything you do, you gotta, put all of your attention into it. It's so easy to get distracted. So speaking of getting distracted, when I was doing commentary, I made it a point, like, I just want Texas people on commentary. I need people who know the players, and, like, let's just, let's vibe. Let's just chill. And, oh, there it goes. The King of the Sticks. That's a cool name. King of the Sticks. 2024. So that's going to be Enforcer's tournament. But yeah, I wanted to have commentary with local Texas players to be able to, drop the real lore. So I got to shout out Jesse James, who did a good chunk of the commentary with me. Obviously Wusa for hyper fighting, but 2x. Jesse James, Sean, Mike B, and Jesse Cardenas, Jumpsuit Jesse. So pretty much just all. It was intentional. I know other people wanted to jump on commentary, but like I had a vision that I wanted to stick to, and I think ultimately that made for the best experience for the viewers at home, knowing that like at least one of the two people on the mics are the ones that know their scene. You know what I mean? And then I'm just there, just making jokes most likely, but sometimes dropping random tech and random lore. Um, this is Vimala Kurdi. Sorry if I got the name wrong. But yeah, I was very pleased with commentary on the weekend. I thought that there were no audio issues once we got it sorted, and it was real fun to do with Sean and Jesse and Jesse and Mike. Like good chemistry. So no negative vibes, no bias. Like it's so easy to get caught up. No drama in the chat. Like if there was any negativity, we weren't addressing it in the chat. Like everything was, it was a super chill. Like it was a pretty smooth tournament, in my opinion, despite the technical errors. All right, here we go. Gonna be hard to make this comeback though. Think you can, yeah, sack SPD. All right, I think now it's down to the anchor. This is gonna be Nate, aka Noun, with DJ. It's not Mega Man running the got the streak going. So the results for the 2X tournament was third place Ultra Combo. He lost to Yito. Yito got second place, losing to Hokuto twice. Yeah, good walk-up screw right there. Went for the dragon. That's not gonna work. Cross-up roundhouse. Character-specific stuff right there. You use that against the grapplers. You went for that delayed splash, but it ain't gonna work either. Not on Noun. Oh no, one normal too many. That should be it. Yeah, I got baited out. And again, good match for Zangief. It's not awful. Despite there being a fireball. Well, I mean, generally he does good against fireball characters. Harder for him against Guile, but DJ it's a much better match. So, I was far. This might be it. Oh, one chance here. Can we get the cross up? Doesn't go for it. I blamed lag. Let's roll back. Anyway. So, first place was Hokuto. That was my top three, anyhow. Not in any particular order. I think it could have gone any which way. Mega Man takes it for the team.
Man, I'm like 3 guys left all that weight on my team.
Alright. Let's close that part out. Yeah. 34 entrants. Let me get some music on too. 34 entrants for hyper fighting, as I mentioned. Ultra Combo, Jumpsuit, Sprite were top 3. And then 45 entrants, which is kind of crazy. So I'll run through the top 8. Top 8 was tied for 7th. D Owls and Carlitos. Tied for 5th was True Mav and Sean. 4th place, Mega Man. And then your top 3, Ultra Combo, Yito, and Hokuto, eventually taking 1st place. Like I said, no drama, none of that business. Clean bracket, run, pretty smooth, and barely made it on time. 1:56 a.m. was when we finished. It was a long tournament, but we finally made it. Wusa kind of disappeared right after hyper fighting. I don't know what happened. It was just like, all right, later. Like, what? But nah, Wusa did a lot of good work. I got a couple photos here. I'll just run this slideshow while I talk about stuff. I didn't take many photos myself, so yeah, if y'all have photos and you want to post them and tag Free Play or me, Mike, whatever, I think there's like 4 or 5 photos just on the slideshow. I'll just keep it running while I close out the rest of the stream. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Night Owls. We basically didn't get any sleep that weekend. Yeah, that's the stream setup right there. You can see there were 3 head-to-heads and 1 side-to-side cab. Yeah, that was a fun tournament. Can't wait to do it again. So speaking of which, um, yeah, Mike B. I got to first shout out like Spring Series because this is pretty much the successor, right? Fighting Spirit is the successor to Spring Series, and I don't think either of us really expected to get this number of entrants for the 30th anniversary. It's a pretty high number, man. Like 40 plus. We'll take that for a retro Street Fighter 2 tournament. Um, with individual participants, it's probably even higher, right? So between 35-ish and 45-ish hyper fighting and 2X players. That's a lot of games that were had that weekend. But yeah, shout out to Spring Series for being the original, but Mike really taking it on, and a lot of pressure on your shoulders to have to carry the mantle. But overwhelmingly like positive experience from people from what Mike has gotten so far. And I think he's going to be doing it again in February with another main one again next September. So be on the lookout for Fighting Spirit 6. I'll try to join as many of these as I can to stream and commentate and do some of the other fun stuff. I didn't get to take many Polaroids this weekend. It's kind of bummed out about that. I didn't take a lot of photos. I didn't do any player interviews. I did interview Jumpsuit Jesse while we were getting hyper fighting set up. Just so there was more content for the stream. So I'll upload that a little bit when I get to the VOD portion of Fighting Spirit. But I think some key takeaways were the way that we do the bracket and confirming the production side of things. That kind of slowed us down for starting the tournament, to be honest. But it wasn't too bad. Like, I guess another key takeaway, don't lock the arcade door. Just leave it open and let's just all be responsible people. Just in case. But yeah, I don't know what else we could have done for it to be better. And on top of that, Mike also shelled out cash for top 3 medals and a trophy, right? I haven't done that. Like Shilluminati folks, Vodka and I, we haven't done that for any of our tournaments really, like medals and trophies, unless they're already provided by the tournament organizers. So it is something that I want to explore myself to make the tournaments more memorable. Because I think that's cool. Like, I think there's just this added incentive to play and compete and something to play for. And the quality of the medals were really nice. They were heavy. I don't know if Hokuto was able to get the medal in his carry-on bag. Might have gone over the weight between that and his trophy. And the same with Ultra Combo. He won 2 medals. I don't know how he got through TSA with that. You probably got to check in those bad boys. There were some heavy medals. Also, unbeknownst to me, because I don't have Facebook, I learned this like today, actually, just as I was preparing for this stream. All players have been paid out via PayPal or Zelle. So all payouts are completely done for top 3. There was a $500 pop bonus for 2X. I didn't know that. It was on the Facebook post, but I'm not on Facebook. How am I going to know that? So anyway, yeah, I mean, the payout for first place was pretty big on 2X considering. So yeah, congrats to Hokuto for taking the unsponsored Hokuto. Just saying, Red Bull and Cloud9 and all the other guys that watch the stream. I don't know who watches the stream. I'm just making stuff up. Yeah, shout out to Cheems9. But yeah, Hokuto, did you know that there was a pop bonus? Because I didn't know. And so Mike was like, yo, you think players showed up because of the pop bonus? Right? And I think this is a good topic. Do you think players showed up because of a pot bonus? And I'm like, well, if it's 2X we're talking about, and this is no disrespect to any of the other 42 players, but like, are we seeing anyone else in a top 3 apart from Hokuto, Yito, and Ultra Combo with the signups? Maybe, right? Like maybe Sean could sneak in, or maybe True Mav, like inches in, or Mega Man. They nab one of the top 3 spots, but ultimately, like the other 40-ish players, it would be tough. I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything can happen, but it'll be tough. With that logic, like, it's hard to say, oh yeah, they came for a pop bonus, nobody came for a pop bonus. I think people signed up for this event because they wanted to play at a tournament where there was something on the line, right? Like a tournament this big in that region for 2X HF had not happened in a while. And Mike being the face of the event is going to be a big one too because people respect Mike, man. He puts in the work. He took the tournament very seriously, like making sure that we have enough setups, getting the pot bonuses, getting medals, getting trophies, making an accommodation for Okudo, with the schedule. Um, obviously he put the players first. He wanted to make sure that nothing goes wrong. It would have been super embarrassing, right? If like, let's say that we couldn't finish the bracket, if somehow like other machine went out or something and we couldn't finish by 2 a.m. So there was a lot on the line for Mike. The reputation as like a tournament organizer. But ultimately, the people showed up for you, Mike. They didn't. It wasn't the pot bonus. It wasn't that. The pot bonus is an added incentive, but like that's not the real reason why people pulled up. You can see in these photos why people were here. They wanted something like this for a while. They didn't get a chance to have it until now. So that means the next one, with what we've learned from this event, yeah, it's gonna be bigger and better. And you always got my support. As long as it's in the cards. I booked my flight super late for this one because Japan and all the other stuff that was happening, all the other events. I just couldn't keep up. But I was like, yo, I'll be there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be there. So yeah, shout outs to Free Play Arlington for hosting us as well. Everyone was cool. Big ups to everyone that got me a Dr. Pepper as well. I told everyone it's my cheat day. Y'all just assume I drink Dr. Pepper all day, and I don't. I mean, I drink a considerable amount of it. But that weekend I had a lot because it was glass bottle cane sugar, and people were blessing me with Dr. Peppers. Thank you guys for keeping me hydrated because, yeah, basically on the mics for almost 10 hours. You know, yeah, shout out to the Dr. Pepper ice cream too, Yogaboy. So yeah, Mike Beltran also hooked it up, got me some of that Dr. Pepper ice cream. Oh, I didn't talk about this part, but you'll see it in the VOD. I think one of the highlight matches was Sean versus Ito, Sean FPA. Shout out to Sean as well. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and yeah, it was nice just kicking it with him again and talking about like the game philosophy. And I saw the level up. I saw the level up in. I know it's getting kind of repetitive with the same photos, but we're almost done with the stream. But yeah, I felt Sean's level up, and he was down 0-2 versus Yito, and they took it to a game 5. I won't spoil the result if you guys missed it. Well, no, I already kind of spoiled the results inadvertently when I mentioned the tournament results, but it was a good freaking match. That was a good set, so definitely be proud of that result. Um, Chris Delp asked me who I thought the best player in DFW was, and I'm like, well, it's Sean. Based on the results, it's got to be him. And he leveled up a lot. During the pandemic, there's a lot of mental that goes into the game, so I think he tapped into that more than he tapped into charging tap, which he should have charged more tap, Sean, I think, against Dawson. But he played well, my friend. That's a tough match. Kid Style said, yeah, you should have gotten a Whataburger. I did get it my last time at Texas Showdown. It was a Big Apple, 3 a.m. I was hanging out with Mike B. So this is when Mike, at Texas Showdown, Mike and I, we hung out. And that's when he's like, yo, I'm doing this tournament, Fighting Spirit. And I was like, say no more. I'll be there. So we were having a Whataburger, Dr. Pepper shake at 3 a.m. in the hotel lobby. And I was just like, yeah, I'll be there. Say no more. And then, Jazzy Circuit happened and Mike came for that. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a continuing partnership and, getting these retro events going. So, pretty much all I had to really share. Check out the tournament, watch it. check out all of Mike's other events that he's done. This is the 5th installment of Fighting Spirit and the biggest one, but I'm gonna get bigger here on out. And although I didn't get to see Mr. Withers, boat guy, I did give him a shout out on the stream. And yeah, we chatted very ever so briefly on Discord after, but yeah, did want to give a shout out to Boat Guy again. One of the cool dudes that which I was able to catch up with. Didn't get to this time, but next time I'll try to spend a bit more time in Texas. Shout out to Nate as well. I didn't get to say bye to Nate. He kind of he had things that were going on and time was just running short. So yeah, Nate, even though we were both in NorCal, it was nice meeting you in Texas. And then shout outs to Yogaboy, who I probably talked to the most on this trip. If you guys know, I'm not a good social group person. I don't do like group chatting that much, but one on one I can talk. So I think Yogaboy lent me his ear the most, more than anyone this weekend. So it was cool to catch up with Yogaboy and talk about like the global 2X scene, like what's going on in Europe and obviously what's going on in the US, what's going on in Japan. So, yeah. Now Yogaboy, I think Yogaboy has a better understanding of why I do this stuff. And ultimately it's not for me. I don't do it like I don't care for like my name to be in anything. I just do it because I want more people like in these photos. I want there to be more and more people that play the game or play the games. Not just the people that we expect, not the ones that we know, right? Like we look here and we know everyone's names, we know them, but I'm talking about the people who are in the photos that are looking the other way. I want them to play more and grow this scene that's over 3 decades old and let everyone work on expressing themselves and how they share their passion for the game. So Yoga, I understand now after 10 years. Yeah. So I think now you get it. But yeah, upcoming events for us. MagWest Yogaboy. MagWest is on Sunday, not Saturday. We're gonna be running CVS 2. I plan on entering that, so I'll try to compete. For CVS 2. I think there'll be less entrants and less moving parts overall. This one, there's absolutely no chance of me entering, and I'm glad I didn't because it would have just pulled away a lot from the other stuff that I could have been doing. And it was fun. Like you'll hear, I had a lot of fun just on commentary. Like I was enjoying every single part of it. Yeah, I know Guibert, you'll be at MagWest, and you're an awesome help as well for our stuff. So that's the next event that we got. There's a qualifier for the Brooklyn Video Games Hyper Fighting qualifier that's coming up soon as well. I think they'll be on Lionplex's stream. Of course, the 82 tournament's going to be in December. I might just pull up for that. Maybe I'll just go and do commentary. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but let's get MagWest done first. I'm thinking about going to LA in December just for a day, just to do commentary and go home. That's kind of gangster, right? Flying to LA, do commentary, and fly back the same night. I'm considering it because I just had a lot of fun doing that and knowing that there are other people that got my back on the other things. Those are the best run events. So this tournament was, again, well run despite the technical issues that we experienced in the beginning. Once we got the ball rolling, it was cool. Kid Styles mentioned we need more hyper fighting events. Corner Store Legends Legacy is going to be happening in January. We already got a date locked in, but we're working on some of the logistics. There'll be more info on that soon. That's at Don's Arcade. So CSL Legacy 2 will happen in January, and Illuminati will roll deep there. I think NorCal will be going. Guibert, you should come through with us next time. Vodka, myself, Ultra Combo. So there will be more HF happening on the channel, and then yeah. Oh, and then XSB is in a couple of weeks. So I'll be traveling to Lyon, France. Hopefully, get some GGs in. And then there's also a couple tournaments happening in Japan. There's YY Cup, and then there's X Rare. So I'm gonna be doing some English restreams as well. I just got to get my calendar in order and So yeah, there'll be a bunch of streams coming up soon. And the 6 recorded episodes of Super Lore Boys that I have will start to release now that I'm back from Japan and Texas. Now that I'm back from those, you know, I can finally catch up on getting those episodes live. And yeah, we'll be back in a smooth rhythm. And then Vodka won't have to get at me about when are you releasing this, when are you releasing that. There's still some restreams I haven't posted yet. There's still some stuff from CAX, an interview at CAX we haven't posted yet. There's still the Japan interviews that I haven't posted. So yeah, we're gonna now use some of this time, at least before XSB, to get caught up on that. And then after XSB, just gonna focus on CSL and then all the other tournaments are gonna pop up. So all right, fellas. That's all I got for now. Appreciate everyone who hung out, and thanks everyone again for coming through to Fighting Spirit 5. Big ups to Mike B for giving me the big push as well. Fun times. And catch y'all later. Let's get off this joint. All right, have a good night. Oh, by the way, I barely got any sleep that weekend. I should mention, we just played after hours. Old Jacombo's like, bro, you're Shenlong. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you're like a hidden boss, bro. You don't play. Shoot, you're right. I gotta play more. Alright, y'all. Take care.